Hello folks, welcome and welcome back. This little failure happened. It was not a problem, actually it was unexpectedly that caught me by surprise. It was the Wacom tablet. Something happened to the surface that it got completely crazy, but there was nothing on top of it, so I don't really know what happened to the. But it was the Wacom tablet. So I tried the mouse wheel, I tried the keyboard, I was about to disconnect the internet even to, but it was, or thought that might be Windows 11, but actually it was just the Wacom tablet, a third peripheric. I didn't suspect, but that sometimes something crazy like that happened. Like if you forget the stylus, the pen on top of it, or sometimes other interference, which might be the case. Something was interfering with the surface, or yeah, with the surface most likely. But I couldn't. There wasn't anything on top of it, so that's why it was very strange. So I've lost a little progress here, but not too much, fortunately. So basically, we have this, and yeah, we have to. Yeah, so I have to re-wave paint some stuff here, re-differentiate this, but at least the highlights were made. Yeah, so this differentiation just for this bones here, because alright, we can already start for this one. Eu quero era o Wacom tablet. Tinha alguma poeira ou alguma coisa interrompendo o processo. Tava afetando a superfície. Mas eu só fui descobrir quando eu desconectei daí. Não era o mouse, não era o teclado, era a própria Wacom tablet. Às vezes isso acontece, mas eu não percebi na hora que poderia ser isso. Eu até esqueci que existia esse problema. So it was the graphic palette that was suffering some interference on its surface, but I didn't drop anything on the surface of it. So, and yeah, so let's see. So maybe it's a radioactive insect that was causing some interference. Probably some cable near it of the webcam, something like that. Stuff stacking nearby, then it can scroll the. Yeah, because there is a. I see there is a. I know now where it is. There is a feature for scrolling. Maybe it was too close to something. Yeah. It's a feature that I never use. Alright, so you rub it with the finger, with the index finger, and alright, so let's refix this stuff, right? So hopefully it was nothing serious. Now I've reconnected the table, it doesn't do anything. So let's see here, we need to get this bone, and yeah, this thing. Let's reduce this mask, Control X there, then this one, Control X here. Oops, this is wrong. Oh no, this is okay. This is right. So then, as for this one, on edit mode, I just want this and this. Then invert, Control X. No, actually, like that. Then for this one, oh yes, we need to take waves for this one, right? It should have a little more, right? I'll fix that later. So I just want to yeah, I see. So I need to extend this a little more. Yeah, my selections are not very good here. Let's try this. Yeah, let's add now Control X this. Okay, this is more likely. Then here, select this. Wave paint mode here. Let's get here and first take everything out. Then invert the mask, augment to 1, and there we go. This fixed everything for the other side, so we can test even from the other side, right? Yeah, now this is quite accurate, but we still need the I need to smooth these waves. So here I'm gonna use some engine. What do you mean engine? Like game engine? If that's the case, some time ago I'm still interested, despite some political issue, but I was interested in learning Godot because it is open source. But I don't have experience with game engines. This will be another step, like maybe next year. Game engine, yeah. Do you know any game engine? Do you know how to use them? I tried some basic steps. I just don't have time to focus now on it because I know it's very complex. But it's I have the energy for it. I just don't have the focus right now. But it will be very interesting. I think a lot can be done. We did even simple games, right? So actually my plan to start with, I'll show you something. Cousins, look at that. Do you know game books? There are some classical stuff, literature, youth literature from the 80s and 90s that they lose a lot of popularity after the digital revolution and all that, but they were game books, livros-jogos, and so there is one thing here. Hope YouTube don't recommend me anything crazy. Yeah, sort of. So here, what we get is how do you call that thing? Yeah, Luigi Mario Mansion. Do I have? I think I don't have no, it's not anything like, it's not a 3D game. No, it's a live action. Oh, my stream is here. No, it's a live narrative game YouTube. I always have time refinding it, but it was very cool. Or it was Mario mention. No, it's not mention. No, it was a mention. Luigi's mention in real life. Yeah, I think it was the same actors here, but I think it is one, but it's why it's so hard to find this. Anyways, they've made an entire. I recognize the. Yeah, so sorry, I cannot find it, but they made an entire game. This is years ago on YouTube, like a game book, but on YouTube. So this is like a game one can do. It is, and I can do this with anyone can do this, right? With 3D animation, right? And so this is you don't need a game engine to do that. You just need a script, or just need some adventure in mind and configure the script of the story in this labyrinthic narrative, right? That is typical to game books. So it can be very simple, or it can go wildly complex, and even because the player can totally cheat there. Cheating is nearly normal in this kind of game. So basically, it's not like the kind of stuff that you need to prevent cheating, like you make cheating as part of the game fun, right? As weird that it sounds like, right? So even digital games do that, right? Yeah, so let's make, no, not these. Yeah, this smoothing there, and then I pick this. Let's wave smooth. Alright, then we pick this one. Let's wave smooth. This one will need to be different, so yeah, I think something like that. Oh, something wrong about this bone, right? So how was this? Just take off this. Yeah, that sounds good. Then as I pick this, we can wave smooth. The same idea there. This amount of waves, I'm not sure. Yeah, it won't be problem for the. This is acceptable, although it's strange, but we can keep that. And so yeah, it will be need more blurred waves on the blended waves, right, in that area. So yeah, so what I can do here is just grab here and just protect this, and maybe about here or here. Yeah, let's this, I'm not sure I want to. Yeah, this might be, we'll see. Hold on, let's check here. Yeah, no, I want this also. So I need to expand. These faces are not getting a good loop, so we need to do this inclusion by hand here. Alright, this is good. So I'm doing this particular thing so that I can smooth here in a more coordinated way without risking disrupting the rest of the wave paint. So and here I want this, but I don't want to be, yeah, I could, so something like that. And here, yeah. So this might be good to go. Yeah, this is quite good. Here is 90 degrees rotation. It's doing some good job, but we need some help. We'll need some helper bone for that. Now this thing, let's go in this one. Here we're gonna blur these two, and so, but fix these things first. Actually, this is different. Actually, I need to go back to the selection, so this will be like, now I don't want to this one. Instead, I want to this. All right. Right. Now this is the invert mask. Now we can do this. So maybe before I even jump again in trying to learn something about game engine, I want to attempt this kind of project, interactive project which is right, very cheesy because you don't need you just need narrative skills and just some idea of how those narrative games they work, and it can be a good entertainment even though it's not like the popular game, but if it is well done, it's like the game that everyone would like to play that at least once, right? So it's a cool thing to have, right? It's just not people. I think there could be more of those. And Luigi's Mansion, or I don't know how they, maybe I'm forgetting the correct name of it, but it was very well done actually. That's very funny. The acting was very cool. That was remarkable. The humor was okay, right? I like it. So childish stuff, but like or not so childish. There are some more mature ideas, like Toad getting drugged in a pool, not in a pool, in the bathrooms. So and they have some very dynamic ideas for the limitations of the game engine they used. Yeah, YouTube, not a game engine, but with the limitations they have, they were able to make some good stuff. So here probably just want to, no, I don't want to, yeah, maybe just smooth this. Here I need some mask, right, to do anything here. Some deforms here are not working very nice, right? So I'm not sure if this is a question of it looks like that I'll need more waves for this, right? Maybe try this. There are some strange behavior. Oh, this is the no. Maybe it's here the problem. Here some mix will be nice. Not sure, maybe this 0.7 is just too much here. Yeah, it is too much. And here probably I need to, yeah, maybe let's wave paint this one. Yeah, it's still not good. There is something very weird happening. Okay, this I need to find out more waves here, or yeah, no waves there. Looks like there are some rogue waves somewhere. No, it's just the foot and the toes. So it's just some relation between this, maybe this part's too strong. Let's see if I makes no difference. Yeah, or just need to blur this a little more there, maybe. Yeah, so maybe it's just this, not only doing this, but also blurring into the so not only adding this, but maybe also expanding here a little more this on these joints. Yeah, it's still very bizarre. It started to happen, I think, after I've got a lot of those after the smooth operation. Okay, now it seems to be a little better for this one, and this should be yes, this is much better. Now let's make the fan bones for this setup. So I'm gonna use this helper here. Gonna actually, can I, no, let's make from scratch. So basically it's just here, let's place a bone exactly here. Let's make it smaller, align it here, then actually let's, these toe bones, they can be smaller, then this can be like that, and this will be it's a deformed bone, so def fan toes left. Okay, 0. Then we get another one that will be here. So I'm gonna align this one with this and align this with this. Then I'm going to shift D this, control F2 B, and then for bones, then fan replace, so fan toes instead of toes, big toe, and also instead strip characters, hold shift, there we go, except that this is 1, this will be 002. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't matter. Then here this, align this with this, align this is the fan bone aligned to the toe. Then these ones we're gonna make them into orange. It's a color that I'm picking for this helper bones here. Here it's just like that. Are these parented connected? Yes, they are. The other side too. Alright, then we parent here, keep offset the fan bone to the toe, and so then we go on pose mode and we need to create some bone constraints. So I'm still investigating what is the best solution, but in principle this, the fan bone will have a bone constraint, no, not this, so in Blender, so be the copy rotation, right, an inverted one, and not workspace but local space with parent owner orientation, replace, not copying, something's not happening, big toe, well, oh, it was working, I just didn't see, so let's control Z that. Yes, it is rotating inversely, and it will do This is not rotate, so maybe instead of that replace, no, not Z. Yes, this is working here and here. There's no, it's not still, it's not yet, it doesn't hold any wave painting, so it's not doing anything. Then we're gonna reduce this maybe to this 0.3, then gonna make all these other bones shift Alt C. This is my own shortcut for this operation here. Then copy to selected, copy bone constraint to select, except that we need to change the target. So this will target this one, this one will target this, and this one, this will target this. So here, now if I rotate this, so it derotates. So you see this derotation makes that the bone rotates less, and so this will derotate the joint mesh especially. So for that we're going to, these can also be good for the ankle. So joint, I think I don't have it for this setup. Yeah, so we are going to symmetrize these bones, symmetrize, then the only problem is that, well, there's no problem actually. These are, they don't have control rigs, so for now we pose them. The auto IK already working, right, if we want, but this will be for and Alt X for mirroring. No, Control X. There we go. Of course, I need to make something about the axis, but that will be for another occasion. So right now we need to wave paint these bones, right? So this will be a bit tricky, but we can get our masks again. So for this one, let's start with this joint. So since the joint is about here, yeah, so let's use this. Yeah, this seems to be good enough. Right, let's use this and then wave paint this mask. Then can start by adding a maximum and then just blurring and reducing, or actually instead of blurring, let's use smooth inversely. Oh yeah, more it. Okay, so this is a simple case, right? So I don't want the red, I just want something like that. Yeah, let's try something like that. And what? Why I can't rotate? affect only location. Okay, so I have some. So without it as a deformed bone, yeah, it's not super. Yeah, sort of helps, but we can improve that probably by. Let's see if I do again, like. No, this is. Yeah, let's play with this here, right? Or actually, before we do this, what we can do is just go on here, just play with this. So do we need more derotation or less? More? Yeah, no, usually this value should be enough. So here is just a problem with the. We need more blurring there, I think. So we'll leave something like this, but we're going to probably need to have more blended waves. No, this is just making it even worse. So let's take off some waves here then. Strange. I'm not having good time making this setup, so I don't know what's happening to my understanding of how this should be working. Maybe I put the joint in the wrong place. Yeah, so here it's more like here, exactly on the joint. Let's remake this. Yeah, so this. Yeah, so you see what it does? It should help. That is really helping, but we need to perhaps expand or retract. We're gonna see here. Blur this out maybe. Have this smoothing a little. Is this maybe too strong or too weak? We don't really see. Maybe this needs to be strong. And here we have something that perhaps is how this is wave painted, right? So maybe here we need more structure here for this part of the foot. So by augmenting the waves, we give more structure to this part of the foot. So it was not the fault of the fan bone, that was not, it was just that in a great deal the foot didn't have good structure to sustain the waves that I was setting. So here we don't want some waves going there. There will be rogue waves. We can probably blur that. No, this is maybe. Yeah, this will be bad. So Let's try to take off these waves here. Yeah, so we maybe in the top here we maintain some waves, right? So you see, this is not trivial. It was supposed to be a helper bomb, but it is making this very hard. So I think here we should try to blur this, and maybe here it's same thing. Let's try to it's like we are missing some waves here. Control X, no, Shift X. Yeah, we want up to here. Let's also pick this and spread the toes. Should have done this before. Yeah, so after many trials and errors, we tried to get the good idea about this. Still not great. Yeah, it's still challenging. It's like it's not being maybe I forgot something about these other bones. Make the base bones a little better. So it involves usually all of that, right? The two bones of the joint and the helper bone, it needs to be accurate enough so to come in a way that will actually contribute. So this is why here I did it in a bit chaotic way, because what can be a good idea is actually to copy the waves from actually another matter, like yeah, copy the waves from, mix the waves from two bones, and then but the process is a bit time consuming. Here I'm just gonna I don't like how the many things I dislike here. So anyways, if each one of those fan bones are giving me that headache, maybe it's not a good idea right in the end. So and these waves are not working very well here, right? Need more expansion here. Why those waves are so weak? So we can just fix this. So I feel like I need to improve my techniques of like the simple joints for me seems to be have been harder to rig than the to correct than the simple ones, so it makes no sense. Okay, so this is already, the toe is good. Now this is a little better, yes, but still not good. We need more waves. Yeah, so this is taking forever. It's just toes, so this is why I didn't really wanted to address this, but since, and I'm even simplifying, right, as you can see. So let's just expand these waves here. Yeah, now we got yes, but no. Yeah, the interaction here, now we see that of course this is a mistake. We should often avoid this kind of situation. I don't have geometry for this joint, so this is one of the small issues I'm suffering. So here probably if I just blur this enough, maybe that will solve the yeah, because this joint here, the middle, the first phalanx, or this one, was taking a big chunk of the waves from the toe, so that will the tip of the toe, so this was probably the reason why this was deforming so weakly. Let's see now. Yeah, so this is better. It does this better though. It will need more or more. Okay. Of course. This is incorrect. We don't need these waves here, because this is the wait. They destroyed the. Is this one? No, this is correct. Alright, not so bad. Here maybe this is a bit too strong. And the fan bone. How much the rotation? Yeah, the annoying thing is that more derotation. Alright. This is a lot of derotation. Usually this is not what is. Okay, so in the end, that seems sufficient for as for this one, I'll just ignore for now. So I just want this one then to complete this one, so it will be like just this joint all this face loop, and maybe this one too, right? Maybe not this one. Alright, this, then gonna try a maximum waves here. Yeah, so you see that the toe is a much better case, the big toe. Here we need to solve this little part. Well, it was already. So maybe, oops, augment here. And these waves I'm not sure, but this I'm sure. So taking off, hold control, taking off this should be a good idea. Right, and I think this part too, right? We don't need, we can take this off. Because this will handle the rest. Some deforms are a bit strange, but looks plausible. And here because that worked, so maybe let's do this. Let's pick this and not this. Then let's get this mask. And let's give it straight like that. So yeah, like not super good, but I think it's acceptable now. So this will go to the deform rig. Now all these are in the hold on, I need to make a test here. This layer, does it include the helper bones? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I have a helper layer just for the, okay, so color, move this to helper, actually def helper, and this, let's move this to mechanism. Okay, these are probably in the deform rig. I'm not sure about this mechanism. This is parented to. Oh, this was, yeah. There's something strange here that I'll have to reassess. Like control skeleton, no, control extra. So basically it's tricky, right? So basically it's like these are parent to the mechanism bone, when the mechanism bone should be parented to, yeah, so it is parent to the, so what I'm gonna do is just to give the mechanism toe just a copy transforms to the, oh, it's already okay because it's not a new bone, it was the deformed bone, so it can stay like that. So essentially, yeah, it's doing its job already. So we have some strange iterations there, maybe because of the, yeah, this copy, yeah, no, this is all junk, right? It came from the copies, so Control Shift C, no, Control Alt C, take off all the bone constraints. Control Extra, testing now. Yes, this is working, except that the control bone here is offsetting. This I don't know how to solve right now. It's because this is parented to the control ankle as this is, and as this is. No, mechanism machine. Okay, this is part of the I key chain. This is, or the tail of the, I don't know, it's the I key bone constraint owner instead of the shin. So here is the mechanism roll toes. This one, okay. So if I could perhaps parent, alright, I'm not sure this will be a great idea, but we can, if I displaced, alright, let's try this. No, actually, hold on. Yes, the big one. So the toe heel, keep offset, parent relations, right? Let's reset. Now it works, right? And yes, does it create dependency cycle? No. And does it ruin the rig in some? I think this won't ruin the rig. I can move it, I can split. This still is working, that's fine. If this moves up, it's still there. and if I move the here, yeah, so this is more likely. Good, good. So this is working. It's just strange that the foot is like, I had to do that for the... Yeah, so it's like this bone is too large, right? So it should be like a wrist bone. And then even though this is unrealistic, because this how they call for the foot is the metatarsals. I think the metatarsals are very long, elongated, and they cross this. So this will be one super metatarsal, and of course this is meaningless, right? So we just expand here. And so yeah, it could be bring back to be a... Oh, I see what's happening. Apparently I need this as a deformed bone. Let's bring it back. Maybe this was one of the reasons of the failure. So because this is the foot bone, but it's on the mesh there, so I just need to make them more specific. Let's bring this Alt M back to the deform rig. Also change this, because I was having a simpler rig, and now I'm making a more complex rig. So I need to conform the setup that I have to the current one. So that was misleading, because you see this doesn't need these waves here. Let's make this take off some waves here. And just blur this part maybe. So we have already the layering for this to work. Of course that could be made in several ways, but for now, yeah, let's just do this. Alright, that should be good. And then for these ones we can use the mask. Then here I'm gonna pick, yeah, this, and add these faces, then all these faces, maybe all these two, yeah, all there towards the joint. And do this. So now this is a much more stable bone for the not sure if that makes sense, but it's a like as if it was a bendy bone thing. So oh yeah, it shouldn't be that far, right? Yeah, it makes sense. So I just need to blur this a lot. Probably way more than that. Yeah, these waves shouldn't be here. And here we can just expand towards the joint, yes, and blur here. Yeah. Yeah, the toes seems to be better though, but here the only problem there is the back part. Yeah, I don't have a lot of geometry, so I'll just try to reduce these waves by a lot. Now this is looking better. Like yeah, the bending of the joint, now it's looking good, but we can have a little more. Yeah, now very subtle waves here. Maybe we can blur this. And here this seems that we can blur this area too. I don't know, maybe like this. This can be a little strange from the yeah, we can't do this, so maybe here we need to reduce this again, so maybe you can use mix here. So shift X, let's, yeah, this is too much, let's reduce to just this. And here we can try to blur this a little. Yeah, that part is still bad, but it's not terrible. The yeah, it's like this can't be. Oh, maybe this is the reason. Let's try this. Yeah, this is better. And here on the bottom we need so it's like a continuum, so we need to have those. Let's blur all that just like that. Yes, this makes a little more sense. It's a bit exaggerated. So what I can do is maybe just push these waves. It's already very strong. But maybe a little more. and here this also, let's push this a little more. In the ball part. Oops, that was not so good. So save, let's just blur this first. And then this just a little. Here we try to maintain some stronger waves. Let's try now. Yeah, it's bending, it's not exactly. Yeah, but this is also something about the ball is like here, so the foot has, it's just that if the toes rotate, then there is more. Yeah, this can be improved by a lot, but in principle I'm not using the helper bones of this, of the tip of the toes. This will be developed later maybe, but we have some other helper bones. We get this, so mech toes, let's just change these names to, instead of that, let's find replace, so instead of mechanism, def again, and there we go. So for now I'll leave it like that, and we are moving up. Then I need to fix, yeah, so for today folks I think that will be sufficient. So what we got here, just gonna revise here. So I'm still improving wave paint, so we could say that this shouldn't take that long, but yeah, there are a lot of details involved, and I was creating in this case more bones for the foot to make it better, and nearly complete, right? So this is like foot that we can say that we did today. And yeah, this is yesterday, but it counts as yesterday. So here, then I'll continue moving up on the character the next days. Leg, I'm not gonna touch too much the setup of the thigh, but I have it, right? So I can, yes, that will be a good idea. I'll implement some pieces of rig that I have here. Just gonna show you what that looks like. We have a, I believe with this new mesh topology, these will be doing a much better job for the thigh rotations. So so here is the, where is it, here, torso. Okay, so we have, so what this setup is like is a mechanism for the, it's not connected here, right? But these are just like bendy bone splines, except these are not bendy bones. They can be, but it's better if they aren't. So these will be, of course, symmetric. This is one side. Then we have the crotch bone that I'm following some idea from another tutorial out there on YouTube. Then use some Blender Studio technique, but I'm gonna try to still do some other approach to this. And so here, this will be an automation for the hip leverage of the side, then the belly leverage and the buttocks leverage of one side. buttock leverage. And so this will help the forms of the rising leg on both directions. There'll be other ways to do this, like I know some way to mimic the ballistic motion of the thigh in some easy, cheesy way. Maybe we can use this instead along with the. So this bone can also rotate. We'll see those things working. Yeah, we can add the bone constraint to this, indeed. All in relation to the type, the deformation type, which is here. Here we have a fan bone that we'll include for the hip thigh joint. So it's the same principle, but these are also fan bones. They are fanny bones, I call them. They are a technique from the early 2000s that I've read somewhere and document. Apparently an Australian professor that of rigging and animation. But I can't find the documentation online anymore. It was on some publication, 3D World, I think. If you go to the site, official site, you can't find the project, the presentation. So, but yeah, fan bones and fanny bones, and so the idea of this is that we control the same here. There are different ways to do this, of course. So this will be a more complicated setup than the simple fan bone here. And then at some point I'll explain why it's called fan. I have a tutorial, by the way, many months ago. You can look at that for the simple joint at least. Then, and I have another live stream older it's a series about 10 videos where I try to do all this automation here, and I am successful with action bone constraints. So very long stuff, but it worked in the end. And so here, yeah, we will combine the buttocks, the leverage system, with the fan bone system, with the mesh topology and the layering, and also with the crotch bone, and also with, I have this helper bone now. This thing here, I don't know how it will work alongside with this. Maybe it will be good, maybe not. I'll have to see that. If it doesn't work, I just reduce its weight a lot. In the worst case scenario, just take off its deformed property. Alright. So this is also, this is all automated, but instead of just the back or the front or the side, this is all around. Each one of them must be automated separately according to the needs of the joint. So it's very precise, but it's still nightmarish because of the artifacts. So and even shape keys is the same thing. Corrective shape keys, it's still nightmarish, especially because we need to. But it's cool. But it's powerful. But we need to find the deltas, which is the X and Z, the diagonals, right? Combined diagonals of the axis of rotation of the type. This is, and this is a calculator of those combinations. But this is another setup. It's not required, but it's interesting, so I bring it together. And yeah, so we can use drivers to make the combination even for bone constraints, so this can be useful. I don't intend to use action bone constraints here, but this will be later, folks. This will be this thing here. So you're still here just but I'll take advantage of this wave paint process to wave paint those things more or less approximate to the work needed. Then we go revise this stuff on the spine. We'll build some stuff for the shoulder and armpit, and then we already have, yeah, then we'll revise the arms. The hand will take some more work, and then the head, yeah, the head, those things are already fixed, so it's just a quick revision. Then we need to reach the mouth rig, and then for the weekend, Saturday, I'll do the making of the another time of universal sonic mouth rig setup on this character. So that will be big stuff, and I think, even if I'm not wrong, yeah, maybe it was Kazin, sorry, I don't remember right now, but we'll participate in the process. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Sorry for long chat. Take care, happy blending. See you tomorrow. Maybe I'll be there. Feel free to be on or not. And take care, happy blending. See you, folks. And that's it.